Win Monday Nation. What is going on? It is the latest episode of Paul's Take on the heels of a fire conversation with Billy Samoa Salibi, who is proud producer of the Win Monday podcast. So if you have not heard our conversation, please go back and listen in. And here's the take that Billy inspired. In this world of go, 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 do, we succeed. We chase success, significance, performance, production, all of these things that lead to this spirit of winning Monday. But Billy brought us to a different place that leads to even more wins. And instead of focusing on making the decisions and taking the actions and just getting back in that grind and hustle mode, he inspired a 180. He's found that in his world of high performance, high achievement, and his trophy cabinet is as filled as anybody that I know. Former Tesla executive, you name it, and now running one of the top podcast companies in Spotify in the world. Amazing partners to the Win Monday podcast. So he's not short on trophies. But one of his secrets is quieting the mind. And that's what today's take is all about. How do we quiet the mind? Because if I reflect back on some of the biggest wins that I've had personally and professionally, it's often driven by some of the best ideas and some of the best decisions and some of the best actions. So the question is, what inspires them? When are they inspired? What's the environment? What, who, where am I surrounding myself with? The right energy, the right spirit, the right people. And in this case, it's a process. It's a process to quiet the mind. It's no mistake, as Billy says, that some of the best ideas for a lot of people, they come in the shower or they come on the walk. When you're not in this hustle mode, when you're not in this grind mode, sometimes that's when the best stuff hits the mind and then inspires the right thought. And then that thought leads to a decision, and that decision leads to an action. But it started by quieting the mind. So if all that we do is jump in that hamster wheel and go, 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 and do, and we never quiet the mind, we may miss out on the biggest needle-moving activities that help us to win Monday and beyond. So for you, when do you quiet the mind? How often do you quiet the mind? When do you pause? When do you call an intentional timeout? Because unless we're intentional, part of this high performance world that we're in, part of this high achievement world that we're in, it's going to leave us with some gaps. And you never know when you could have been one opportunity to quiet the mind away from that life-changing idea, that needle-moving business, that game-changing piece of content, that one life that you could have impacted if you just slowed down for a minute or two or 5 or 10. And that intentional slowdown, that quieting of the mind, that, my friends, is going to lead to more wins than we ever could have imagined. So that is the take for the day. Thanks to my main guy, Billy, head of Spotify, producers of the Win Monday podcast, for inspiring the latest episode of Paul's Take, all about how you and I will win more Mondays because we quiet the mind. Thank you, Billy. Bear hugs, my friend. And to all of us, cheers to quieting the mind as we win Monday and beyond.